Good day. Here is the news at noon. First, the highlights. Federal government set to support Lagos women farmers with tools and grants. Nigerian Copyright Commission apprehends bookshop owners over piracy. On the foreigns and anti-protesters clash with police in Australia. And in sports, Super Eagles caretaker coach Augustine Eguavoin debunks rumor over quitting job. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Minister of Women Affairs Uju Kennedy Ohaneye says the federal government plans to support women farmers with tools and grants to ensure food security. She stated this when she paid a courtesy visit to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the Lagos House Marina. Mrs. Kennedy said her ministry is partnering the Nigerian Army and a Chinese company on the project, which had taken off in 16 states of the Federation.
The plans is for every community to get these machines, and we have our portal which I sent to you for your women to be uploaded on it, because the federal government wants to be giving them grants directly through the portal. We want to go fully into farming, which we have partnered with the Army and some Chinese company, and we've written to Water Resources, who has given us approval to use all the dams to farm for women, which will have 30% men and 70% women. And with the Army, we'll have our security for the farming.
Responding, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said Lagos State's government had many agricultural programs for women to fight poverty and guarantee food security. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the state government would key into the federal government's project and sought more of the intervention to help women in the state.
A lot of those interventions are critical areas where we have also played. They have a huge farm that they cultivate, the ministry, and they collaborate with the Ministry of Agriculture. In fact, in the Ministry of Agriculture with them, there's a whole chain of female farmers that we have called the Obongia farmers. So we see synergy in what you're doing and what they're doing. You mentioned some numbers that you've given in 16, 17 states. What we are going to throw back is just triple those numbers, because here in Lagos, we need a lot more.
That was the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The lawmaker representing Oshodi-Solo Constituency 1, Lagos State House of Assembly, Stephen Ogundipe, has advised students to use the new academic section to learn new things, to explore their passion for growth and build good relationship with their teachers and peers. In his welcome back message, Ogundipe assured students in his constituency of his support to access quality education through policy formulation in the State Assembly. He also pledged to advocate policies that promote quality education and ensure that all students have access to the resources required to learn and be successful. The lawmaker urged them to embrace the challenges ahead, the enthusiasm and determination, knowing that hard work and dedication will surely pay off in future. He tasked the students to participate in extracurricular activities and build strong relationships with their teachers and peers. The House of Representatives Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations has raised concerns over safety issues and the use of substandard equipment in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. Chairman of the committee, Suleiman Gumi, emphasized the House committee commitment to ensuring that the laws regulating safety in the sector were strictly enforced, noting that the committee, in collaboration with the Association for Public Policy Analysis, would host a conference to address safety challenges in the industry. According to him, the committee has identified the power sector as a critical area where safety standards and regulatory policies must be rigorously observed for effective legislative action. Gomez said these would ensure that electricity service delivery in the country is safe, secure, and of high quality, preventing the loss of lives and property. Now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Copyright Commission, NCC, has apprehended 3 bookshop owners in Rivers State of alleged involvement in book piracy. NCC Director, Port Harcourt Directorate, Abdul Babatunde, said this after an anti-piracy operation within the Port Harcourt metropolis. Babatunde stated that the commission confiscated suspected pirated books worth 3 million naira during the operation. He said the suspects were currently undergoing investigation and would be prosecuted after facts about their involvement in the act had been established. According to him, the commission ensures that authors and artists get the rewards of their hard work, adding that NCC Director General John Asian had zero tolerance for piracy and violation of the copyright laws. The National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, has insisted that the increase of Corps members' allowance following the approval of a new minimum wage of 70,000 naira for workers will be determined by the federal government. Acting Director of the Information and Public Relations Unit of the NYSC, Caroline Mbu, made this known due to the misleading information circulating in the media regarding payment of new minimum wage to Corps members and directive to upgrade their account. Mbu said the information is absolutely false. According to her, Corps members, parents, and members of the public should note that no directive has been received from the relevant sector of government responsible for wages matters. In foreign news, anti-war protesters have clashed with police outside an arms fair in the Australian city of Melbourne as they demanded a change in Canberra's stance on Israel's war in Gaza. Police said stun grenades, pepper spray, rubber bullets were used and 39 people arrested as about 1,200 picketed the Land Forces 2024 military weapon exposition. Australia has seen numerous protests against the country's arms industry's involvement in the war over the past 11 months. In sport now, Super Eagles caretaker coach Augustine Eguavoin has debunked report that he quit the post. Eguavoin clarified on arrival in Nigeria from the match in Rwanda that he is still in charge. He took charge of the Super Eagles for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against Benin Republic and Rwanda. The 3-time African champions recorded a win and a draw from the 2 games. And that's it on the news at noon, but just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all of various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youth on the theme Agropreneur Strategy for Wealth Creation? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Minister of Women Affairs Uju Kennedy Ohane said the federal government plans to support women farmers with tools and grants to ensure food security. The Nigerian Copyright Commission, NCC, has apprehended 3 bookshop owners in Rivers State of alleged involvement in book piracy. We also told you that anti-war protesters have clashed with police outside an arms fair in the Australian city of Melbourne as they demanded a change in Canberra's stance on Israel's war in Gaza. Finally, in sport, Super Eagles caretaker coach Augustine Eguavoin has debunked reports that he quits the post. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon. Up next is Lunchtime Workout with MCIs and Timitokwe Boma Peterside.